Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with his Wednesday expert, Anna Kelly. How you doing, Anna?
I'm great. Good to be here with you as always.
Yes, I love our conversations. The first two videos we did today, we tried to share with what's going on in the economy, what higher Fed rates are going to mean. We told them about all the scary headlines coming in video number two. Video number three is the one I've been most excited about because I do believe winter is coming. I believe winter could be longer than average this time. I think we have 18 months of stagflation followed by a year of a recession, which is not fun to say. But
Right.
when you step back, and if you and I, and then the people that we help can get prepared
Yes.
for winter, we can thrive in winter. And that's what
Yes.
I'm spending all of my time the next 6 to 8 weeks, because I think you do have a little bit of time to get ready for it, talking about. So what do you think about that? Getting ready for winter, acknowledging it's coming. It's part of it is part of the business cycle. Even though the Fed tries to not have recessions, it is absolutely part of it. And we're going to pay for this one with interest, hence stagflation, and then a recession. Yes. But I'm excited by what's coming. I just want other people to get prepared for it. What do you think?
Absolutely. Yeah. You and I are on the same page, and have been. And then that's part of why we do this show, is to talk about where are we today?
Yep.
How can you make money where we are today and also minimize your risk with education and learning the right things so that you invest in the right things. And when things get bad, which they always do at some point, to your point, every single economy and every single real estate market goes in these cycles from peak to trough. And you're at the top, you get hyper supply, then you come down, you end up in recession, and the recovery goes a while, and then you start back toward expansion before everything contracts again. And so these things are not supposed to make us emotional basket cases where we're like, real estate's the worst thing I ever did. It's all coming crashing down, right? Or everything's so low, I might as well go bury my head in the pillow, right? Most of us made the majority of our money when we had a recession before, when the real estate markets collapsed. And that's when we started to go, you know what? Everyone else is afraid. Mm-hmm. Let's do the work, get educated, figure out how to get out of this and make money while everything's down, because we know it's going to come up. And it's quite frankly where the millionaires are made, is during the winter at the bottom, getting prepared, getting educated, and going, how are the big investors reacting? How are they going to monopolize this? Watch what other investors who are experienced and have money are doing and start learning what they're doing. And when everybody else is afraid around you, that's when you go, okay, winter's here. It's not good, but we don't live in this temporary 1 to 3 year period the rest of our lives. And so we have to start making decisions with view of the long term and what's possible, positive about the long-term future, even if we have a reality smack in the face that over the next couple of years, there's going to be pain ahead.
Yeah. The thing that I'm most excited for are students of my course, How to Get Started One Rental at a Time, right? It's so cheap. Hundreds of people are signing up for it a month, which is awesome. We really are helping people. But frankly, the last year has been rough, right? Because my whole system was built on how I built our portfolio, which was basically out of the MLS, right? Realtor.com, Redfin, all of that. Certainly added stuff to network and get off market, which has been a big part of the last 5 or 6 years.
Yes.
But you change all of that with the winter is coming. People are, again, this is the time when I started, right? I knew my buy box. Norris Drive was the first one. We just kept looking the whole 15 years out of the MLS, except 2 transactions during the crash. And over the next year to 2.5 years, more and more of my students who just look on the MLS, they're not doing mailers or texting or any of that other stuff, they're going to find motivated sellers, because owner occupants are going to step away. They've been shaken. I talked about it last week. It happened. 4.5%, 5% 30-year money, gas prices, getting nervous about their jobs. All of these things are happening. And what's going to happen is mom and dad are going to list their homes. After 60 or 90 days, half of those are going to be taken off the market because mom and dad don't want to move. Great. Those are not motivated sellers. But the ones that are on the market after 60 days, you can pretty much guess there's some motivation there.
Yes.
And I am so excited, right? So folks, you got to do the work. You got to have a buy box. Your buy box is going to be changing faster in the next 12 months than it changed the last 12 months, because the last 12 months came off, went off, came on, went off. It's not going to be like that in 12 months. So you got to do the work now. You got to prepare now so that you can take advantage later. That's what I think.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, it's really important too, when you start hearing all the panicky news, like we talked about in the previous video, right? A lot of investors who've been interested, but not committed to real estate are going to say the frenzy's over. I missed the boat. And they're going to drop the course. They're going to quit listening, and they're just going to be out because they're going to think it's risky, and they're going to see some people losing money. Right. And we've talked about commercial. We can talk about commercial more. There will be more money lost there probably than in residential, right?
Oh, there's no probably. You can coach that one. I will say there will be more investor money lost in commercial than residential. And frankly, It's an easy call because it's all about the debt structure. It's
absolutely
just all the debt structure.
But here's the thing. I can start making a lot of money when things collapse, right? Just like residential. So that's where
I'm going to repeat exactly what was in my book. And what was in my book? I bought a bunch of residential. I bought more residential. Residential got unaffordable. Unaffordability collapsed. I sold them all in 1031 into apartments. I'm going to do that again. It's just another year, maybe 2.5 years residential. Then the commercial market in my city is going to collapse because you all are paying too much money and you got bad debt structures. And I'm going to pick it up for 50% off. It is going to happen again.
Yeah, it's a cycle. And that's the point is, for those of you who've listened to us, don't stop listening when you see headlines that are scary. This is the time to invest in your education and continue to prepare for how you can monopolize on what's coming and how you can really grow your wealth. You just got to think about it a little bit differently. Is it going to be easy over the next couple of years? No. When all of this stuff happens that is happening that we've been talking about, credit markets will start to freeze up. Where credit was super easy, but deals were not very plentiful. Now you might find some more plentiful deals eventually, right? When there's some pain ahead, but credit is tightening. So you have to think about constantly, how can I buy a good deal today, given wherever prices are, given whatever the credit markets are? And if I get no's in the traditional way to do it, how can I find ways to make a deal a good deal? How can I keep finding deals? How can I keep finding money? How can I find the motivated sellers? How can I get in front of them and convince them to sell to me instead of somebody else? How can I use other people's money or seller financing to take down deals if credit markets dry up? You need to start educating yourself on all of those pieces that go together to make a really good real estate deal, and realize that different markets give you a different hard. So if you just say, it's not easy anymore, I'm out, you'll never make money, right? You kind of choose your hard, and you have to learn how to get through different types of hard in different markets. And real estate is all about finding deals and finding money, right? And finding deals changes, the prices of those deals changes, the price of loans changes, the access to other people's money or lending changes. You just have to start mastering little pieces of it at a time and just do one good deal, one at a time. If it still meets your financial goals and it moves the needle, do the deal. Dollar cost average in real estate, and just keep doing really good deals with a view to the long term. You can't do that if you check out. You've got to stay connected. You've got to buy courses like Michael's. I fully support it. I'm a contributor. He doesn't pay me anything to do it, but it's a very good course. My son has the book, right? Mm-hmm. Do the work, listen to us. If you need a mentor, hire one of us as a mentor. If you don't, digest as much free stuff as you can.
Yeah, and 200 hours of material, just put on
repeat. For $300.
Yeah.
Well, free for our show, right? You do this free for everybody, right? But $300 for a course that could change your life when things do go down and when there's more opportunity, it is a no-brainer. So just keep listening, keep doing the work. Real estate is not over. It's not dead. And there will be a lot of opportunity in a couple of years. Yep. And in the meantime, there will be opportunity. You just have to educate yourself and know how to capitalize on it.
Yeah. I mean, the course at $320 is ridiculous. Not only do we do that, but we get bonus sections like you've contributed. We have Saturday live streams. They're very private. I mean, there's so much in there. Do the work. Now, let's be very clear. I don't need the $320.
Right.
If you're not going to do the work, don't bother. I don't need it.
Right.
but it's there because I want 320 bucks is just enough where it's like, I feel that, and you'll do the
Yes.
work, right?
Yes.
That's why it's there. I have been told repeatedly I get advice from other mentors in the education space. They're telling me everything I have should be $997. And I'm like, you guys are not listening. $997 certainly would maximize my income, but I'm good. I don't have any fancy wants, needs, desires. I already have 2 or 3 extra disposal income that I could ever need. I'm here to help. And 320 is a number that makes people work. And that's why it's there.
Absolutely. I agree completely. And you and Jonathan don't know I'm going to do this, but I'll pitch too for Jonathan. Jonathan has a multifamily course,
does,
and
yeah.
I think his membership's like $97 a month, something like that, right?
It
And
is.
here's the thing, he could charge a lot more money than that. I could charge a lot more money for my coaching and my mastermind, right? But the difference between us and some of these gurus that are going to charge you a whole lot of money is they're making most of their money on selling courses and selling mastermind and selling coaching. We're not. We're making our money doing the work. And so when you're giving back, and someone like us is giving back, when Jonathan gives something for $97 a month, right? And you give a course a one-time fee for $400 or whatever it is, you're getting thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of content, not from people who are just trying to sell you stuff, but people who are saying, we're going to tell you when to be careful. We're going to tell you when to be aggressive. We're going to tell you how to mitigate risk. Do the work, invest in people who are steering you the right way. It'll be the best investment you've ever made.
Love that. How can people find you on it?
Great. You can find me on social media, Anna Kelly, REI Mom. You can find me here on my playlist. You can find more about my coaching and mastermind on reimom.com.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.